Shocking question. What if the story of Adam and Eden conceals a profound connection to God that history has tried to erase? Imagine a time when the veil between the divine and the earthly was gossamer thin, when humans walked with God as equals in a place of indescribable beauty and wisdom. Today we will embark on a journey to Eden, where the trees of life and knowledge stood side by side, guarding the secrets of existence. We will explore how Adam's expulsion might have been a cosmic event that triggered the spiritual evolution of humanity. But before we begin, I urge you to remember that this is not just a children's story. We are about to traverse the depths of creation itself. Let these words resonate within you as we peel back the layers of this timeless narrative. In the beginning, let there be light. This echoes the first words of Genesis, setting the stage for a cosmic drama that has resonated through the ages. For those who follow the Jewish, Christian, and Muslim faiths, the story of Adam and Eve holds a special significance. It's the foundation of their beliefs, a narrative passed down through generations that has shaped their cultures and values. However, there are two creations, the one in Genesis 1 and the one in Genesis 2. Why the discrepancy? Did God really create Adam separately after creating the world and everything in it? Is there a hidden contradiction here that most people miss? If we look closely at the text, we find that the first Adam was created from the dust of the ground. In contrast, the second Adam was formed while the world was still formless and empty. He was created directly from God. Now, most people read these two stories as one, believing that the first Adam and the second Adam are simply different versions of the same individual. But what if they were actually meant to be two separate beings? Could there be a deeper meaning behind this apparent contradiction? Let's explore further. In Genesis 2:8-15, we are introduced to the Garden of Eden, a place of unimaginable beauty and wonder. Here, amidst the blossoming plants and gushing rivers, God placed the first man, whom we know as Adam. Did you catch that? God placed him. What does that suggest? That Adam was not merely a gardener tending to the land, but that he was the land itself, the first manifestation of God's presence on earth. Could it be possible that Adam was not just a man, but a representation of humanity's potential, a living embodiment of God's Spirit within the physical realm? If we consider Adam as the first priest, the keeper of the garden, he would have had the responsibility to maintain the balance of nature and preserve its sanctity. As the namer of all living things, he was bestowed with the authority to shape and categorize the world around him. And then comes the third perspective, the idea of Adam as a prototype, the first of his kind, the original human from which all others would follow. In this view, Adam represents the ideal form of humanity, a being created in God's own image, capable of love, reason, and compassion. As we ponder these different facets of Adam, let us not forget that he is more than just a historical figure. He is a symbol, an archetype that embodies the essence of humanity's journey through life. In the ancient Jewish tradition, the Garden of Eden is often referred to as the Mikdash, the first temple, a place where the divine presence dwelt among humans. This suggests that Eden was not merely a physical garden, but also a sacred space, a blueprint for heaven on earth. And let us not overlook the significance of the tree of life and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. These trees symbolize the choices that confront every human being, the constant struggle between ignorance and enlightenment, between submission and rebellion. The traditional view is that the consumption of the forbidden fruit brought sin and the fall of humanity into the world. However, another interpretation, viewed through the lens of mystery, suggests that it was through this act that humans began to awaken to their true nature, sparking the flame of enlightenment. Think of Prometheus in Greek mythology, the titan who stole fire from the gods and gave it to humans. Like Adam, he dared to transcend his limitations, and in doing so, incurred the wrath of the divine powers. But why did God drive humans out of the garden? Was it a punishment for their newfound knowledge? Or was it a protective measure to shield them from the full realization of their potential? Many believe that God's motives were rooted in punishment, a means to exact retribution for the disobedience of humankind. But what if there's more to this divine act? Could there be a deeper, more intricate reason behind Adam and Eve's expulsion from Eden? Consider the possibility that God wanted to safeguard the tree of life, preventing humans from attaining immortality when they were not yet ready. By limiting their access to the tree, God ensured that the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth would continue, allowing for the evolution of souls without the burden of endless existence. In many traditions, gods are often portrayed as being jealous of human progress and actively work to hinder their advancement. The Tower of Babel is a prime example of this, where God confuses their language to prevent them from reaching heaven. Perhaps God's limits are not always a punishment, but sometimes a necessary layer of protection until humans reach the appropriate stage of development. The story of Adam and Eve resonates far beyond the pages of the Bible. Echoes of the Eden narrative can be found in numerous cultures and mythologies, each offering a unique perspective on the universal longing for a lost paradise. In Islam, the story of Adam and Eve is preserved in the Quran, where they are known as the first humans. In Greek mythology, the Golden Age refers to a mythical time of peace and prosperity before the emergence of humanity's flaws. And in the East, the legend of Shangri-La speaks of a hidden paradise accessible only to the pure of heart. It is essential to recognize that the memory of a lost paradise is not confined to the realm of Abrahamic traditions. It is a shared inheritance of humanity, a collective memory that transcends cultural boundaries. Through these global myths, we glimpse the profound impact of the Eden narrative on human consciousness and the enduring human desire for spiritual fulfillment and enlightenment. When we consider the concept of Adam as the first priest, king, and archetype, as well as the symbolic significance of Eden, we begin to understand the depth and complexity of this timeless tale. Adam was not merely the first man, but the bridge between God and humanity, the embodiment of humanity's spiritual potential. His expulsion from Eden, rather than being solely a punishment, could be viewed as a necessary step in the evolution of human consciousness. The story of Adam and Eve invites us to reflect on our own place in the grand tapestry of existence. It reminds us that within each of us lies the capacity for both great wisdom and profound folly. Perhaps Eden was never destroyed. Perhaps it lies hidden within our memory, waiting for us to return. As we conclude this exploration of the secret connection between Adam and Eden, I encourage you to share your thoughts and insights. Comment below with your theories and join the conversation. And if you're eager to continue unraveling the mysteries of the Bible, don't forget to subscribe. Together, let us keep seeking, keep exploring, and keep discovering the profound truths that lie within the sacred texts. Thank you for joining me on this enlightening journey. Until next time, may your path be filled with wisdom, curiosity, and a deep sense of wonder.